Nowadays, there's a big difference between a dual sport and enduro bike. One of the main things is the tires. Now, an enduro bike is essentially a high-performance trail bike, where a dual sport bike is a street legal dirt bike. So a dual sport, it has DOT knobby tires. They're not as big, and they're legal for riding on the road, so they're kind of smoother around. This is a lot more comfortable for riding on the road because they don't vibrate as much, and they get a lot better traction and comfort on the road. Whereas a knobby tire on an enduro bike, the knobs are a lot bigger, they would have a lot more vibration riding on pavement, asphalt, and they're not legal for riding on the road. But the enduro tires have a big advantage when riding off-road because of the bigger knobbies, depending on what tread pattern you have, as well as what type of terrain the tire is meant for. So an enduro off-road knobby, it gets a lot better traction in the dirt, in clay, hard pack, the rocks, logs, compared to a DOT dual sport tire. The next big difference between a dual sport and enduro bike is the accessories that come with it. Now, some dual sport bikes, they come with a headlight and maybe a tail light, but a dual sport, it has a full tail and brake light, so when you press the brake or push the pedal down, then the brake light's going to light up. It also has mirrors and a horn and possibly turn signals. The gas tank might be different. Maybe it's a metal gas tank depending on which bike you get. Some states or countries require a metal gas tank, as well as maybe some special safety switches like a kickstand safety switch or a clutch safety switch. But just all these little accessories that make it legal, as well as maybe a little bit more comfortable for riding on the road or long distance. So these add up to a little bit more weight, which is the next thing. The big thing between a dual sport and an enduro bike is the weight. And if you need a street legal bike, well, then you kind of have to buy a dual sport bike unless you can somehow register your enduro bike, get it plated, and have all the legal accessories on it. But a dual sport bike has all these accessories that add anywhere from 10, 20, 30 pounds weight to your bike. And if you're just a casual rider, you're not really riding aggressively, you're on easy trails, you're not going to notice this weight too much. But once you start to ride slower, more technical trails, and you need to balance more, you're going to notice the weight. And especially if you happen to fall over and you have to pick up the bike, it's definitely going to feel heavier. So obviously the enduro bike is better for trail riding, off-road riding, if you want the lightest, best handling bike. But if you need something that's street legal, then obviously you have to compromise and settle for the dual sport bike that's a little bit heavier. But no matter what bike you get, you really need to start off with proper clutch and throttle control so that you don't stall it. And if you need help with that, I encourage you to check out this popular video of mine here on how to prevent stalling. But if you don't need help with your clutch control, which bike do you prefer, enduro or dual sport bike? Let me know in the comments below. This is Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more, so that you can stay safe and have fun for many years to come.